The 2012 Aprilia Tuono V4R. The 2012 Aprilia Tuono V4R is one of the newest motorcycles developed by the Italian manufacturer. The motorcycle features a sharp design which underlines its sporty character. You'll especially like the imposing headlights and the sporty exhaust pipes. Like the original Tuono, the new V4R is immediately recognizable with its triple headlight fixed top fairing. The Aprilia Tuono V4 is powered by Aprilia's longitudinal 65° V4 cylinder, 4-stroke, liquid cooling, double overhead camshafts DOHC, 4 valves per cylinder engine which has a 999.9 cc displacement. The engine cranks out a maximum power of 167.3 CV, 123 kilowatts at 11.500 revolutions per minute and 111.5 Newton-meters of torque at 9.500 revolutions per minute. The motorcycle is available in two different configurations, namely Tuono V4R and Tuono V4R APRC, and in a choice of 3 colors: competition black, sunlit yellow and wing gray. Hit the jump for more information on the 2012 Aprilia Tuono V4R. Press release. From the bike which dominated the World Superbike Championship, Aprilia extracts the fiercest naked ever seen. The only bike of its kind with a V4 engine, the most powerful, with 167.3 horsepower, and the most effective, with a completely revised chassis architecture that sets new benchmarks for the class. A naked sports bike capable of dominating any road with its indomitable performance and with the most advanced active safety features in the segment. Triple mapping for instantly tailoring the performance to your own preferences. Also available with APRC, the second-generation dynamic control suite developed on the basis of Aprilia's racing experience. Engine. The Tuono V4R is the only naked powered by a narrow V 65° 4-cylinder engine with unique characteristics. Extremely compact, as slim as a twin-cylinder and installed in an ultra-compact chassis, the 65° V4 engine is the epitome of Italian engineering ingenuity. The Tuono gives away very little to its RS V4 sibling in terms of pure performance, but in exchange offers a greater fluidity that make it more enjoyable and rewarding to ride on the road and when carrying a passenger. To achieve these results, a number of different modifications were made to the Aprilia V4 engine. New valve timing diagram. Fixed intake ducts now 20 mm longer. Crankshaft flywheel with increased inertia for improved smoothness and overall balance. Shortened gear ratios for the first 3 gears. Engine speed at maximum power reduced to 11,500 revolutions per minute on the Tuono V4R chassis and suspension. In keeping with the Aprilia tradition of creating state-of-the-art chassis architectures, the aluminium frame of the Tuono V4R exploits the strength and flexibility of cast and pressed elements in a structure that sets new benchmarks in terms of balance and dynamic efficiency. The result is maximum torsional stiffness and flexional stiffness optimized for improved feedback. Unlike the previous generation twin-cylinder Tuono 1000R, the frame developed for the Tuono V4R has been completely revised with respect to the unit used in the RS V4 to maximize directional control and stability for a naked capable of over 270 km/h, on the track, of course, while maintaining the legendary safety and impeccable precision typical of Aprilia frames. This in turn led to new solutions in terms of chassis geometry, such as modifying the trail and lowering the engine in the frame to lower the center of gravity, for exceptionally neutral behavior and truly cat-like high-speed stability. This means that the Aprilia Tuono is not just a bike with devastating performance, but one whose greatest strength is precisely the incredible ease with which any rider can access its full potential. The swingarm also uses the same constructional technology as the frame and offers the same perfect balance between flexional and torsional stiffness to contribute to the extraordinary responsiveness of the Tuono V4R. The unique construction technology of the frame and swingarm allows them both to proudly flaunt the naturally gleaming color of brushed aluminium, yet another feature that is increasingly rarer in production bikes that contributes to pure racing look of the Tuono V4. The mind-blowing new Naked from Aprilia comes equipped with the best components available on the market: Brembo brake system with radial calipers and 320mm floating discs at the front, 220mm at the rear, aluminium wheels with an all-new 3-spoke design weighing 2 kg less than the 5-spoke version, fully adjustable Sachs upside-down front fork with 43mm stanchions, and Sachs shock absorber with separate piggy-back nitrogen canister featuring adjustable spring preload, compression and rebound damping and length, to modify the setup of the bike to suit different riding styles, roads and loads, including a passenger. The choice of dual compound tires is also new, with 3 different sizes approved for the rear wheel. The 190/55 tire fitted as standard may be replaced with a 250/5 or a 190/50 tire to explore the full performance potential of the bike, even on the track. Performance. With its 65 degrees V4 engine unashamedly flaunted and framed by the brushed aluminium elements of the twin spar frame, the Tuono V4 is a naked clad only with the bare minimum necessary to let you saddle up and teach it to respond to your will. Adding yet another touch of aggressiveness is the aerodynamic new top fairing tipped with 2 polyelliptical headlights and LED indicators at the sharp end, which gives the bike the unequivocally mean, daunting stare that you'd expect from a machine with an incredible 167.3 horsepower. Tuono V4R boasts more power than ever seen before in a naked, achieved by reconfiguring the V4 engine of the RS V4 to make it better suited to street use. The features inherited by the Tuono V4R from the RS V4 include the new exhaust system with bypass valve, which is 2 kilos lighter than the system used on the RS V4R, and latest generation ride-by-wire throttle control with 3 rider selectable maps: track, sport and road. The first 3 gear ratios are now shorter, while the maximum torque value of 111.5 Nm is on tap at 9,500 revolutions per minute, characteristics that make the Tuono V4R a wild beast at low and mid-engine speeds, with the ability to unleash a devastating hurricane of power at higher engine speeds. The Tuono V4R maintains a clear parentage with the twice SBK world champion in the proportions of the tail fairing, saddle, tank and side panels, and is one of the best examples of Italian motorcycle design from the past decade for its perfect balance between formal beauty and function. The rider will be taming this beast from a riding position tailored to create a symbiotic relationship between the body and the bike, for unparalleled feedback through the 3 points of contact: the saddle, foot pegs and handlebars. On the Tuono V4R, however, the rider sits with less weight taken up by the arms, making the bike less strenuous to ride and extraordinarily nimble and controllable on the road. The original design of the saddle, which is generously sized and specifically shaped to comfortably accommodate a passenger, blends perfectly with the style of the side fairings and tail fairing. From the vantage point of the saddle and with the broad tapered handlebars firmly in your grip, you immediately discover that the APRC Aprilia Performance Ride Control version features an immediately intuitive joystick for rapidly accessing and adjusting the functions of the second-generation electronic dynamic control suite developed by Aprilia to let the rider explore the physical limits of riding. Specifications. Quotes. Total motorcycle. Like the original Tuono, the V4R is also immediately recognizable with its triple headlight fixed top fairing, the distinguishing trait of a bike which, like its twin-cylinder predecessor, has the body and soul of its WSBK homologate sibling, but now, as well as having 2 world championships, the 2010 Constructors and Riders titles, under its belt, features 2 more cylinders and 41 horsepower more than before, while weighing over 10 kilos less. These astonishing figures are a testimony to the technological evolution that made this exciting model a reality. The bike is available in 2 different configurations, Tuono V4R and Tuono V4R APRC, and in a choice of 3 colors: competition black, sunlit yellow and wing gray. Motorcycle USA. The Tuono V4R will be powered by the same liquid-cooled 999cc V4 engine as used in the superbikes. A new exhaust system has been fitted that's more than 4 pounds lighter. An updated ride-by-wire throttle system with traction control has been added as well. The rest of the powertrain is essentially the same, including the manual 6-speed transmission and oil-bathed multi-plate clutch with slipper action functionality.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.